Are mutants coming to the MCU, or have they been here the entire time?
Dude, how long have you been standing there?
An hour.
That's going to be the defining question going forward as Disney and Fox work to play nice and merge their properties. But this huge step forward all starts with WandaVision. That's right, mutants have the chance to show up in WandaVision, but how exactly will that work? Is Wolverine going to be the friendly neighbor next door? Will Cyclops be a milkman? As much as I would love to see Wolverine make fun of Cyclops for being a milkman, there might be some better ways and some different mutants involved. Let's transport to a different reality and get started right now. I know Thor is usually the poster child for loss in the MCU, and not to take anything away from him, but Wanda has also suffered a lot in the past few years. First, her parents were killed by a Stark missile, then she was horribly experimented on and warped by the Mind Stone's powers enough where Maria Hill called her weird, which is just rude. Then she lost her brother, which was her last true family connection to the world. Then her powers were the catalyst that kicked off Civil War when she accidentally helped Crossbones take out a building worth of people. Then, right when it looked like she was happy and in love with Vision, she was forced to kill him by destroying the Mind Stone, only to have Thanos reverse time and kill Vision in front of her.
You took everything from me.
So yeah, Scarlet Witch has been through a lot. The world just loves to kick her while she's down, so it's understandable that we're getting WandaVision to better highlight her skills and abilities, and put her character front and center. By the looks of it, WandaVision will see Wanda's powers envelop her in this alternate reality where Vision is alive and everything looks like a different classic TV show. There's still a lot of questions about the who, what, when, where, and why of it all, but it looks like overall, Wanda's in some type of comatose state in the real world, and people go into the world she's created to help pull her out. And this state could, I think, pretty naturally be explained by her grief overwhelming her and causing her powers to amplify and get out of control. And what this can ultimately lead to is mutants in the MCU. So how will this epic turn of events even help usher in the mutants and lead to things like Wolverine fighting Hulk and Rogue fighting Captain Marvel in future movies? Well, the way I see it, there's two options. Both of them are sorta related to the House of M storyline, which we should all be aware of by now, right? Basically, that storyline saw Wanda erase all the mutants from the world by uttering 3 simple words: no more mutants. Now, I don't think WandaVision will adapt this story verbatim, mostly because there are no mutants to wipe out, but I think what the MCU does well is adapt stories with fun twists that still honor the original comic storyline. I think instead of wiping out all the mutants, Wanda is instead going to be the one to create all the mutants. The first way she can do this is more accidental. We know Wanda is insanely powerful and her powers are only continuing to grow. She created this alternate world using the power of the Mind Stone, and it seems big enough for people to be able to enter and try to pull her out. So after the end of the show and the day is saved, with Wanda most likely waking up back in our world, what exactly happens to this alternate reality? It could implode in on itself, sure, but wouldn't a better option be that it continues to operate as its own separate universe by itself? And maybe this alternate universe had mutants in it from the start, so Wanda could be the one to create a universe with mutants in it. That would make sense for what comes after WandaVision, which we know is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. We know Wanda is going to play a big part in that, so maybe it's a situation where Doctor Strange senses a new universe was created, goes to Scarlet Witch and asks for her help in exploring the repercussions of literally creating a new universe herself. The second option has Wanda exiting this alternate reality where she was happy with Vision, but that excess power from her mind universe bleeds over into the main universe. What if the only way Wanda can leave her new reality is by popping a bubble, so to speak, and when she does that, it carries over to our world and the two universes merge? That would be a nice reward for Wanda, don't you think? Imagine that in her alternate reality. She has everything she wants. Vision's alive and she even has children with him. But then she has to sacrifice everything to destroy the universe and everyone in it in order to save the real universe. She'll do it because she's a hero, but what if instead of the universe punishing her again and making her lose everything again, there is instead some way to combine the two universes together instead of being destroyed? That way, everything good that she created in the alternate universe can survive. I like that a lot actually, because it for once rewards Wanda after a lifetime of grief. No matter what happens at the end of WandaVision, one thing is for certain. Wanda is now the most important character in the MCU. She will be the one to usher in the mutants into this next phase, and we could get to see some fun cameos in WandaVision to truly lay the groundwork for the mutant invasion. I would bet a lot of Tony Stark's money that Quicksilver will pop up in WandaVision. But there are rumors there could be more than one. Yes, Aaron Taylor Johnson will probably zoom in, but there are also rumors that Evan Peters' Quicksilver from Fox's X-Men franchise could also make an appearance. And that would make sense. Peters' Quicksilver was a fan favorite, so seeing him again and as an actual mutant who crosses paths with Wanda would be fascinating to see. And is it too much to ask for a Magneto sighting? He is the character's father after all. There's just so many different mutants who could appear, and it will be exciting to see all the surprises the show has in store. I hate to break this to you, but you're actually in an alternate reality that Wanda created. I mean, just look at everything going on in the world recently. You can honestly say that doesn't feel like some sort of wild TV show where something crazy happens every week? Be on the lookout for next week's episode where hideous mole people rise up from the Earth's core to take over. Just saying.